Hey, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Rage, and we are back today with a quick overview here of Battleworld now that 2 days have passed. And apologies, guys. I wish I would have caught some of the gameplay here because I wasn't expecting some of this content to be difficult. So when I was going through it, obviously a lot of it was audible, but I'm going to talk to you about the ones that I had a harder time with, and hopefully the insights in my strategy, what I used to complete some of them, we'll be able to pass along, as well as in the future versions of this. I'll definitely go back and redo the gameplay though, just because that was a missed opportunity, but just got lost with all the details, and as well as how much content has been coming out as of late. So without further ado, guys, let's get into it. 2 days, 2 zones have been fully completed now in terms of just being available, but I will point out, guys, it's been more clear and obviously we do need to have the full arsenal here of Brimstone to fully partake, right? So for example, if you look at zone 1, I mean, this is as far as I've gotten. 15 out of 16 waves cleared. And then for Sentry City zone 2 as well, 13 out of 16. Reason being is because I unfortunately do not have access to the Brimstone team. And even when I did, even for this last wave here, it was quite difficult, as I wasn't able to survive until the very end, given that I still only have 3 members of my Fantastic Four MCU built up. So they're not enough, unfortunately, right? And at the very end here, there's just a massive wave that you're up against, maybe with the right RNG and so forth, but I felt like I was just banging my head because most of my it was just basically my 3-piece here that could survive up until the end. And Brimstone, as we know, right, Damon's coming into the game, so we're gonna be farming him. We're still waiting for Living Mummy, of course, and then we just had Hellcat and her offers being added. So the next time we do Battleworld, we'll likely be more ready for this, but so far it's been more clear that obviously the Brimstone team is going to be very, very valuable once we have them actually utilized here for Battleworld, right? So the nice thing is that if you have the full Fantastic Four MCU team, you can actually get it done for that specific elite mission, but otherwise, yeah, everything else was completable. So let's see, Mystic, yeah, that one was a joke. You can just use essentially some of the strongest Mystic characters that you have. Mutant wasn't bad at all because you can use, Old Man Logan and so forth. I do want to just quickly talk about the ones that were difficult. So I'm just rotating here. Quasar Blastar, that one was good too. So most of the zone 1 was autoable. You can just throw in a team, hit sim, and you're good. Now, this is the one I do want to talk about real quickly. So Chaos mission, the Chaos team that was specified for the requirements of this Battle World anyways was Insidious. This might change in the future. So even if we do a guide and a playthrough of this might actually change the next time this event or Battle World comes back. So just be mindful of that. But what was interesting with this one is, remember, this one has the different poker hands that you can utilize, right? Striker, Raider, Skirmisher, as well as Fortifier and Healer. So depending on what you did with your synergies here, with your Insidious / Sinister 6 team, that's how you can get away with it. Now, the one I've heard with the most success, I didn't personally use this, but the most successful one is actually the Skirmisher hands, which is allied characters gain the following based on the number of skirmishers. So if the more you have, energy cost is reduced, right? That's huge, especially on ultimate. And then especially if you have 4 of them, right, being reduced by 2 for each of the abilities, absolutely massive, especially when you combo that up with some of the stronger Insidious characters. And again, they can just rinse and repeat, and you have a strong character like Shocker providing energy, and Vulture also reducing turn meter. So that's how you get easily through it. Insidious plus Vulture and Shocker, as well as Skirmisher, that's the way to get it done for zone 1 if this event returns again next week, which I'm not sure, to be honest, because even in the previous data mines, we saw that there was glimpses that this would return. I'm not seeing that just yet, but we'll see. We still have a day or 2 left in the week, so maybe they might refresh the data files for us to preview. Okay, so that's day 1. Day 2. This one was definitely trickier, guys. There's a lot more curveballs, and I suspect as we get deeper and deeper into Battleworld, there probably will be some harder and harder nodes that we have not seen yet, right? So let's talk about some of the obvious ones here. So tech, not a problem whatsoever. Just use some of their best tech characters. Bile, that was no issue whatsoever. Those were the ones we were able to auto. Accursed or Hellfire Club. So this one was definitely difficult, guys. Reason being is you had to face up against this Hive Mind team in the beginning. They weren't an issue, but if you don't have a bigger Hellfire Club team, you might have struggled, right? Mine was only gear tier 19. My Madeline was gear tier 18, so there wasn't really a superstar on my team, which is where part of the issue was, because as you can see, you're up against some gear tier, actually, my mistake, they're all gear tier 20. So you're up against gear tier 20 enemies, and then once you get to the second wave with Kahori and her fellow Absolute A-Force members, that's where it gets difficult, because you need to hone in on her and focus her down. So I was able to get it done with Hellfire Club. I do feel like, I don't know, it just seems like there's more benefits here for a curse based on just what I'm reading here, but Hellfire Club did exceptionally well because of the fact that you know, for a character like Emma Frost, when she was constantly gaining charge and refreshing it, she was also granting energy, and that allowed for Sebastian Shaw to thrive, and as well as the rest of the team. So that was the key right there. You have to make sure you save all your abilities at the end there for the second wave, Kahori, as well as getting through that Miss Marvel. And then I took a few retries here and there, but I was able to get the job done. And then, like I said, you just have to hone in on that second wave, and then the third wave is a joke. So just something to be mindful there. So Hellfire Club, that's how I was able to get it done. Now, the other one that was kind of frustrating as well is I do want to talk about this real quickly. And once again, the Chaos team. So I got this done with my Insidious again, plus Vulture and Shocker, but very similarly, right? I think the key here has been taking advantage of the Skirmisher hands and granting the additional energy. The only downside is obviously if you don't have a lot of ISO 8 purple to bring up and change some of these ISOs, you might not be able to take advantage of that, right? So another one that you could utilize is maybe Straight Flush, where all allies gain offense up, defense up, speed up, minor regen, and immunity for 1 turn, but that's only on spawn. So honestly speaking, it's only going to benefit you for the short term. So that's why the Skirmisher one is actually the most sustainable and effective. Fortifier can give you a bit of safeguard, but like I said, like you're gonna have to kind of dabble and decide if you want to upgrade or change most of those ISOs, and I don't know if that's effective use of resources either, right? But that's how we were able to get it done. Those were the 2 hardest. And then no comment here on Secret Warriors or Brimstone, because as you guys may know, I just don't have the firepower here, right? Like even I just show you, like we have 16 attacks left. I mean, this is my squad right here. I mean, we have these scraps of a Secret Warriors team, obviously with Phantom Rider being the most relevant, but we just don't have access to Brimstone yet. So once we do, that's going to be more relevant. Now, the good news, guys, is you may be feeling the FOMO here when you see that, oh no, we're not doing these nodes because now we might not get some additional ISO 8 purple. But honestly, guys, I mean, you're missing out, even at the very bottom, you're missing out 48K. You know, and we already landed on that, so it's going to be, you know, it can go as low as 48 all the way to 120, so difference is probably going to be close to 70K. You know, is that worth it every single time for each of these waves? I don't know. I would argue with you it's pretty negligible, but yeah, it does remain clear that Brimstone has a very, very important part in Battle World, and especially the Chaos teams will rotate, but remember, Brimstone, those specific nodes are going to stay afloat. So they're going to be a solid investment. I'm very eager to see how this is going to be once the next time this returns, and I do have Brimstone ready to go. We just don't have access to them because they're not available free to play yet, right? Or not added into the antimatter store as we're recording this. So hope this helps you guys out. That's how I was able to get through some of the more difficult nodes anyways. We'll see what the rest of the week looks like, and I'll provide an update after that as well, guys. So there you have it. Best of luck with Battle World. Let me know down in the comments below how you guys have been finding it, any tips and tricks that you want to share as well. Thank you, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.